They approach everything algorithmically. So rather than me go, I mean, there have been instances where they do remove things if it's like legal, or illegal. But the approach is always to see, can they tweak the algorithm so the algorithm itself pulls it out,
Mhm.
because that solves like future,
Right,
that
right.
basically makes it so what you're seeing is those updates to the helpful content to kind of mitigate those things. But it is interesting to watch this because I'm seeing sites that did a lot of that programmatic stuff,
Mhm.
not necessarily in the case like you're saying of
Right, right. But yeah,
vaccines, but you're seeing them kind of taper off, especially in the last 6 months. Because and I kind of, this kind of goes back. I'm kind of a white hat guy when it comes to all this stuff. I look at it more like what's right for the user and the business, and
mhm.
so I would much rather find those specific ways we can make a connection with somebody based on something they want. Let's just build something that meets the needs. Um, the bad news of that is if you just want to rank really quickly and you don't give a shit if you're there in a month, I'm probably not your guy, you know.
Mhm.
But I'm okay with that. But
Yeah.
anyways, I think to your point, that is absolutely something that's been considered. I think that helpful content update is going to be key
Mhm.
for that. I think it is going to make it difficult for emerging players who don't have the capital to build an algorithm like that.
Mhm.
So, for example, DeepSeek, I don't know if you've heard of that, but that's the Chinese
Mhm.
version
Yeah,
of
yeah, yeah.
ChatGPT. Um, I've been testing that a lot. There's a term hallucinations, which
Mhm.
basically means it just starts saying gibberish.
Yeah.
You're seeing ones like that do that, and part of it is, and part of it has to do with kind of the way that DeepSeek goes about finding information, and part of it has to do with it's actually really freaking tough to build a big index of the web and retrieve data in a
Mhm.
meaningful way. That's really a big reason why there haven't been Google competitors, because they've
Yeah. It's just
there's a
so.
reason they have data centers all over the place, and that that they require so much. They're always building these processors that are bending time and space or whatever I'm reading about now. But it's because of that. I mean, it's very, trillions and trillions of pages to be able to retrieve them in a meaningful way at once.